Hi, I'm Brandy Connor. I've been in the lodging and hospitality industry my entire life. My company's helped thousands of hotel owners improve their business. And in this season of Hotel Incredible, I take you to the most unique, boutique, and beautiful properties all across the country. Follow me as I explore these extraordinary places and see how they've transformed guest experience from good to incredible. Floating off the coast of Key West is an exotic getaway like none other. Welcome to the Tiki Suites.
Have fun.
Thank you. Hi.
Hey Brandy, welcome. I'm so glad you're able to make it.
This place is so cool. Oh my gosh.
Thank you. I
It
appreciate
is
that.
Literally unbelievable. I can't believe where am I standing right now?
We are now currently in the Gulf of America, or Gulf of Mexico, whichever you prefer.
Okay.
We are in a pretty shallow area here. You can see today we have an extremely low tide, and the surrounding flats, which protect the Tiki from big waves and storms, is fully above water right now, which is pretty amazing to see. It's pretty rare to happen.
Oh my gosh. So this is like a floating Tiki suite.
It is, but technically it is actually a boat because by law you can't have an actual floating structure by itself. They stopped that several years ago. So it has to be a drivable, operable boat, which this is.
Oh my gosh, how far from, I mean, we came out pretty far. How far from
This is pretty far. I think the nearest island is actually Fleming Key right here, which is about a half a mile. The water shuttle will take you about 4 miles from its dock though. So it's a little bit further than you would want to swim.
Oh my gosh, this is so cool. I mean, I need to know the story. Tell me, what was the inspiration behind building this?
A friend of mine went out to the Dry Tortugas several years ago, and I went with him, and we hung out on the beach at the farthest key away, and we were watching the sunset in this beautiful location. And I thought, man, you know what would be amazing if we had floating tikis? You know, because you're not allowed to build tikis out there, it's a national wildlife refuge.
Sure.
But if it was floating as a boat, then you could find your way through to that. And so for several years, I tried to find investors to help me build this, and everyone liked the idea, but nobody wanted to put the risk into it. So I finally decided if it was going to happen, I have to do it myself. And so I started scrimping and saving, and every dollar I got, I put into building the first one. And the other side of it is that, you know, I wanted to have something that would generate enough income to allow me to get home to Pennsylvania on a regular basis to be where my kids are.
Oh.
So that is really why I built them. Part of it is passion for the vision. The other part is the passion to be there for my kids.
Now, did you have a background in this at all? I mean, like, what were you doing prior to this?
I was an electrician for about 4 years,
Okay.
so I have some expertise in that area. And as an electrician, you often have to learn other trades anyway to get by. So it just kind of came natural to me.
So as far as the construction, like, what was your part in putting this together? How was it, like, logistically, I just can't wrap my head around how you would put this together.
So you're witnessing the second version. This is 2.0.
Okay.
The very first one I actually built on the water because I had very, very little money. Like I said, every dollar needed to go into purchasing materials. So there was no money for a yard or a warehouse or anything like that. So I actually transported lumber and materials. Everything I needed had to go into a very tiny boat, smaller than the one you came in on, out to my boat, and then be assembled there on the water, piece by piece. The second version, this one, is the Grand Tiki, which I had more money to be able to do what I wanted to do and make it as nice as I wanted it. That one I built in the boatyard, and it took about 3 months, and I engineered it all myself during the COVID shutdown. I learned AutoCAD and hashed it all out there and started cutting out the pieces and the parts, and I built a lot of it actually in Pennsylvania where I was living at the time. because I had a garage there. And here I don't have anywhere to really build.
Yeah.
So I built this sweeping ridge line. I built that up there, and then I brought it all down here on a trailer, and I glued it all together in the boatyard and assembled it here in the Florida Keys.
Oh my gosh, that's definitely a labor of love, it sounds like.
Yes, it was. When I got done building the very first one, I said I would never build another one. And then I finally decided to build the second one because I wanted it to be a little bit more than what I did with the first one, which was mostly just proof of concept. And then when I got done with the second one, I said I'll never build another one. And now we're potentially looking at expanding and building up to 20 more.
Oh my gosh.
I'll hire out that work.
Yes, please. That's a lot. Now tell me about the process as far as like how long did it take you for each of these? Because obviously you said this is 2.0. So how long was the first one? I know you had to transport things also with this one. So tell me more about that process.
The first one, I started in January of 2019, and I got it what I call rentable condition by July of 2019. So about 6 months, 7 months to actually get it done. And I say rentable because I didn't have enough money to actually finish it. And we were in the slow season at that point in time, and I thought, if I don't finish it and start renting it immediately, then I won't have a chance until probably 6 months from now to make enough money. So I ended up actually taking some of the fund that I had set aside for a vacation trip with my kids to buy the doors to put in. And I had to sit them down and explain to them that this was an investment, and this is how investments work, and sometimes you have to make sacrifices for the things you want to have a better life for yourself. And so that's what I did, and then I completed it with the air conditioning and closing up the roof and all of that stuff about 6 months after that. So by December, it was all done. This Tiki, the Grand Tiki, because I was able to dedicate consistent time to it because it wasn't on the water and subject to bad weather, which the first one obviously was. If you imagine trying to run a table saw in waves and the boat's getting thrown all over the place, it's really difficult.
Yeah.
On land, it only took me about 3 months, and I was able to hire a couple guys to help me with that one. And they worked for about 6 weeks, I would say, with me, doing different things. And by 2021, I guess it was, January 2021, this one was in the water and we had our first customers.
Oh my gosh. So now I notice in here we have power. I mean, I see a coffee maker. I mean, tell me about all the amenities.
Yeah.
And how did you get those to actually be able to be brought out to such a remote location?
Well, part of the story is also the fact that living on a boat is pretty amazing. It's a great experience, but there's a lot of challenges that come with a boat that people don't generally want to have to deal with, like weird shaped small beds in the point of the boat, up in the bow, really low ceilings. That's another issue. When the rain comes and you got to close everything up, it's very difficult to keep airflow. So I thought about all of these different aspects during my time living on the water, which has been almost 10 years now. And I wanted to engineer out all of those problems and in the end have something that felt very comfortable, which includes things like a coffee maker and power and all of that, which is not uncommon to have on a boat. You have a generator and you do that. Some people have solar panels. People have told me I should put solar panels on here, but for me this is also an art project. It's not just a rental unit. And the beauty of this roof design, I cannot adulterate it with solar panels.
Right.
So what we have here is a generator, and we also have a battery pack with a power inverter. So that way you can still run your lights, you can do your low wattage appliances without having to listen to a noisy generator. You really only need to run it if you're going to run the hot water system, the coffee maker, or the air conditioner. Which, if you're going to run the air conditioner, it's about as loud as the generator itself because it's contained in a compartment. And you really only need to run it for a few minutes if you want the hot water or the coffee maker. Which those things could even be built out further, which I've been experimenting with different configurations of the electrical system to do that. But again, I was on a pretty strict budget, so you have to cut corners where you can.
Oh my gosh, I didn't even realize that it had air conditioning. When you said that, I noticed up there, I said, oh my gosh, this is crazy.
Yeah, so you've got to have air conditioning.
So tell me all the amenities. So we have a full bathroom in here?
Yes, there is a full bathroom. The shower on boats is typically, I think they call it an in-room shower. Okay. So you pretty much just stand on the floor that you normally walk in when you're in the bathroom, and you just let the shower water fall on you. So that's the shower system that we have here. We have it's a kitchenette, really, similar to what you would find in a hotel room. There's no stove, there's no cooking appliances on board. Part of that is it does get pretty warm out here, and so cooking creates an additional heat. Some of that is the power source, some of that is safety. Having open flames and things like this out here in this remote location, we try to keep things as safe as possible and, help people avoid accidents that could be pretty unfortunate. But also, who wants to cook when they're on vacation?
Right.
So we have that. We have the paddle boards, of course, which is a great thing to do, an activity that you go out and you explore all of the nature that's around us. And that is really what we're doing. If you took this same Tiki suite and stuck it in a marina, it would not be half as beautiful of an experience.
Oh,
it's a cool structure, but this location is everything. So taking the paddle boards out, enjoying that, using the underwater light at night, seeing all the fish and sea life that comes around is really special. And you have a set of snorkel masks that you can also jump in and see all the stuff that likes to live underneath the boat as well. Of course, there's air conditioning as well. Have the little Bluetooth speaker to play some tunes. And one of the most amazing thing is the TV that is hidden in the footboard of the bed.
What?
So you can, once the sun has gone down and you're ready to watch a movie, you just flip that switch over there and the whole TV raises up out of the footboard. And there's a little Blu-ray player here so you can put in your favorite show. And there you go.
Oh my gosh, that's incredible. So this is such a unique place. I mean, I'm sure you get people that travel here from all over the place.
Yeah, that's true. A lot of people will come to Key West just for this experience because they've seen it on Instagram or some other social media source. And they come from all over the world. I have people from China, India, the UK, Germany, I mean, you name it, and they come here because the Keys is an amazing part of the United States itself. While this section is an awesome experience on its own, it's not far from other activities like sports fishing out in the deeper waters. There's lots of great companies that do that. There's snorkeling out at the reef that you can do. And people really come out here to decompress from the normal life that they live, with a 9-to-5 hustle and bustle. And while there is good cell service out here, most people just turn their phones off anyway, because this is truly the nature immersion is what people want.
Oh my gosh, well, I would love to get out on the water and try some of these things out.
Well, that's great because we have something lined up for you right after this, and that is parasailing with Fury Water Sports.
Oh my gosh.
And they're going to take you not too far from here. You're probably going to be able to see the Tikis as well as all the other boats that are in the anchorage here.
That's going to be incredible. Don't go anywhere. When we come back, we're going to get a bird's eye view of Key West. You won't want to miss it. Welcome back to Hotel Incredible in Key West. Hi.
Welcome to Fury Water Adventures.
Oh my gosh, so nice to meet you.
So today we have you lined up for the ultimate H2O adventure. We're going to do a little bit of parasailing today.
Oh my gosh.
And then we've got our adventure blow-up adventure course out here. And we've got a little bit of snacks down below for you, some drinks included on the trip. And we're going to have a great time today.
And so somebody told me also something about banana boats. What's that all about?
Yeah, a lot of people don't know about a banana boat. It's actually an inflatable tube that we're going to pull you behind on a jet ski. And we're going to take you out into Man of War Harbor here and do some loops and a little bit of sightseeing and have some fun.
Is it fast?
It's, it's medium speed. We like to have fun. Yeah.
I like adventure, so I'm good with it.
We'll have some fun for sure.
Awesome. So what are some of the other things? I know you guys obviously do a lot on the water. So what are some of the other activities that you guys offer?
Fury Signature Charters does just about anything you can imagine out here on the water. We have dolphin trips that has some snorkeling involved. We have large snorkel boats, the same as this one, that go out to our barrier reef. It's this gorgeous area. It's the third largest barrier reef in the world. We have a new island adventure trip that we just recently started that takes you out to a sandbar. We do some kayaking and paddleboarding out at the sandbar. We have a commotion on the ocean tonight on this boat. We're going to have a live band on the bow. We've got some snacks and some food down below for you, with drinks included. So all kinds of great options for you.
Awesome. Well, I can't wait to get started with the parasailing. I'm so excited.
I think you're going to love it.
All right, let's go.
All right, let's go.
don't go anywhere. We've got lots more to show you at the Tiki Suites. You won't want to miss it. Welcome back to Hotel Incredible at the Tiki Suites. Oh my gosh, that was so much fun, and it's so beautiful out right now.
Yes, nighttime is an especially amazing experience for customers. After you've gotten through the day and you're kind of tired, you want to relax, that's great. But this night sky, as cool as it is, there's still more.
Okay.
Let me show you.
Oh my gosh, this is so cool.
Yes, the underwater light on the Grand Tiki is a favorite for customers because you get to see all of the fish and stuff that usually hang out underneath the Tiki anyway, but also the surrounding area. They come in to eat all the smaller fish that are attracted to the light.
What's that big one?
So you can see this big one here. This is a tarpon.
Oh my god.
That's a sport fish. Locals and tourists like to come in and they have a great time catching them. They're not very good to eat, but they're a lot of fun to catch. There's also these little mangrove snapper here. They like to eat these little shrimps and things that come through here. Tonight we've got the Spanish dancer, which is a really unique one.
What? It's like literally like it's dancing.
Sometimes I get customers that come out here from the city and they never even get to see the stars at all. Here, as you can see, you've got a huge canopy and people love that. The moon, on a night like tonight where it's nice and smooth and calm, you reflects right off of the water. It's so gorgeous, and we don't really get this in the regular world anymore.
So true.
But this truly is the original regular world.
It feels like literally it feels magical out here right now.
Yes, and that's what keeps the people coming back.
Absolutely beautiful. Well, thank you so much for having me. I cannot wait to sleep here tonight, and this is such a cool experience, and I can't wait to get the full experience when I fall asleep and wake up in the morning. But
you absolutely will love it in the morning even more, I think, because that is a special time. People have their coffee, sit here, and watch the birds go by. That's it.
Well, thank you so much for sharing this with me.
You're very welcome. Thank you.
Oh, thanks.
Appreciate it.
Wow, what an incredible property. Not only is this an extraordinary property, but it has such a beautiful story. I love how Ryan turned a labor of love into a means to get back to his daughters. To be able to sleep under the stars, surrounded by turquoise water, makes it like no other place in the world. And to be just a 15-minute boat ride to so much history and things to do, the Tiki Suites are a must for any adventure traveler. Well, that's it for this episode of Hotel Incredible. I'm Brandy Connor. See you next time. Next week on Hotel Incredible, I take you to the Hotel Chalet in Chattanooga, a retro-inspired escape with vintage rail cars, scenic views, and cozy charm nestled in the Tennessee hills. Join me as we uncover its fascinating past behind this iconic destination. Don't miss Hotel Incredible at 7 p.m. exclusively on TV Asia.